Have you ever wondered why, despite all your efforts and hard work, some people seem trapped in a never-ending struggle with financial hardship, where money slips through their fingers like water? The answer might be much closer than you think. It could lie in the very place where you rest your head every night, your bedroom. Padre Pio, one of the most revered saints in the Catholic Church, renowned not only for his stigmata, but also for his deep spiritual insight, left powerful teachings that have remained hidden from many. These revelations, once understood and applied, hold the potential to transform not only your material life, but also your spiritual journey. Imagine waking up every morning feeling a renewed sense of protection and abundance, a feeling that prosperity is not some distant dream, but a tangible reality arriving to stay. This is not about luck, magic, or illusions. It's about aligning your most intimate space, your bedroom, with energies that invite abundance. Padre Pio, with his extraordinary sensitivity, noticed that what we keep in this space can either open the channels for blessings or block them entirely. He observed patterns among those who sought his spiritual guidance, especially those burdened with debts, unexplained illnesses, and relentless misfortunes, and found a common thread. Certain objects kept in their bedrooms acted as magnets for scarcity. The bedroom is not just a place for physical rest. It is the sanctuary of the soul, where our essence is renewed and where we are most vulnerable to the energies surrounding us. Padre Pio taught that invisible energies are just as real as visible ones, and that certain items have the power to attract or repel influences, especially those connected to financial prosperity. Just like plants either thrive in fertile soil or wither in poisoned ground, our lives flourish or decline according to the energy we cultivate in our personal spaces. To truly grasp these revelations, we need to understand a bit about Padre Pio's life, whose ministry went far beyond the ordinary. Born Francesco Forgione, he showed from a young age a unique connection to the divine, battling spiritual forces that prepared him for the extraordinary gifts he would receive. Known for the stigmata, the wounds of Christ imprinted on his body, Padre Pio also possessed a rare ability to perceive energies that directly affected the material and spiritual well-being of people. During confession, he would often reveal details about people's homes, especially their bedrooms, without ever having been there. He warned that the presence of certain objects could block the blessings God wanted to send. In a world increasingly focused on materialism, where science tries to explain everything, we risk forgetting that there are spiritual laws as fundamental as physical ones. Padre Pio firmly stated that what you keep around, you can either attract prosperity or hardship, depending on the energetic nature of those objects. The place where you sleep is especially sensitive because that is when your soul opens and absorbs the energies around it. If those energies are negative, you will wake feeling drained, exhausted, and unable to grasp the opportunities the day might bring. This wisdom is not exclusive to Catholicism. It echoes in many ancient traditions. Feng Shui, Vastu Shastra, and indigenous practices all recognize the importance of a harmonious environment for health and prosperity. The energy of a space directly influences our emotional and financial state. Consider the story of Maria, who for years kept boxes under her bed filled with painful memories, broken objects, and old photos of difficult times. This invisible accumulation of negative energy, even if unintentional, created a blockade to prosperity in her life. When she finally let go of these items, her financial situation changed dramatically, proving that energetic cleansing of your space directly impacts your reality. Padre Pio identified 9 types of objects that, when kept in the bedroom, silently block prosperity and drain vital energy. These items do not just carry negative vibrations, they open portals to scarcity, as if creating a magnetic field that repels blessings. He described the bedroom as a sacred altar, where what you place determines what you attract. Just as you wouldn't plant weeds hoping to harvest flowers, you shouldn't keep objects representing failure, trauma, or stagnation in your personal sanctuary. This explains why many people wake up feeling that invisible weight, an energy that steals their drive and clarity. Take José Carlos's example. He kept unpaid bills and dismissal letters in his bedroom. Though he thought these reminders motivated him to fight harder, they trapped his mind in a cycle of scarcity and financial trouble. Once he removed these items and lightened his environment, his sleep improved, his energy increased, and his small business began to thrive, something that had seemed impossible before. For Padre Pio, such objects create an energetic imprint that programs our subconscious to repeat patterns of lack. Moreover, the bedroom must be clean and organized. Disorder, the saint said, reflects and creates a confused mind unable to recognize opportunities. Physical clutter generates internal blocks and stops prosperity from flowing. Donna Aparecida's experience is a testament to this. She hoarded objects, clothes, and papers which mirrored the chaos in her finances. After organizing her room and letting go of what no longer served her, she received an opportunity that completely transformed her situation. For Padre Pio, external order invites internal order, and from that harmony comes the ability to build prosperity. Finally, Padre Pio emphasized that these teachings are not superstition, but deep spiritual wisdom, supported even by modern science. Studies show that the quality of our sleep directly affects our cognitive ability and decision-making, including financial choices. An environment polluted by negative energies or disruptive objects compromises rest. And as we know, tired and overwhelmed minds rarely make wise financial decisions. Now is the moment for you to reflect on your own bedroom, the space where your soul finds refuge each night. Are you ready to discover the 9 objects that may be silently draining your energy and blocking your path to a prosperous life? Prepare yourself to clear space in your home and your life. For what's coming could be the start of a profound and true transformation. When we consider the sanctity of our personal space, particularly the bedroom, it becomes clear how intimately connected our physical environment is with our spiritual and material well-being. Padre Pio taught that the bedroom is not simply a room where the body rests. It is a sacred chamber where the soul rejuvenates, where divine inspirations can touch us, and where the unseen energies flowing around us have their most profound impact. Within this sacred space, certain everyday items can either serve as conduits for blessings or become unseen barriers that choke the flow of abundance. One of the most striking revelations Padre Pio shared concerned mirrors, but not just any mirrors. He spoke specifically of broken, cracked, or damaged mirrors, which do far more than distort our physical reflection. They fracture the energetic harmony of the space. A broken mirror can symbolize fractured fortune, fragmented self-image, and disrupted opportunities. Many people cling to such items because of their sentimental value, believing that they honor memories or heritage. Yet Padre Pio warned that holding on to these fragmented symbols in your resting space distorts not only what you see, but what you attract. He encouraged removal or respectful restoration of these mirrors to cleanse the space and allow blessings to flow freely. Consider the story of Maria Lourdes, a businesswoman who kept a cracked antique mirror in her bedroom, an heirloom she cherished deeply. For years, her business struggled to grow beyond a modest income. After learning about Padre Pio's teachings, she moved the mirror out of her bedroom, but preserved it elsewhere to honor its sentimental value. Over time, opportunities she had long waited for began to present themselves, and her business flourished. This illustrates the subtle yet powerful connection between the physical and spiritual, and how small adjustments to our environment can ripple into transformative change. Another common, yet often overlooked source of energetic blockage are clocks that no longer function properly. Padre Pio likened broken or stopped clocks to a metaphorical freeze on progress. When time itself is symbolically frozen in your most intimate environment, it signals stagnation and missed opportunities. Time is, after all, one of life's most precious currencies. A stopped clock quietly tells the universe that you have accepted a standstill in your life, and this acceptance can manifest as financial inertia or even emotional numbness. Take Joaquim, a retired teacher who adored collecting old clocks. Many were non-functional, kept merely for their aesthetic charm. Despite his affection for them, he was frustrated by his constant financial struggles. Once he embraced Padre Pio's advice and relocated his non-working clocks to other parts of the house, keeping only a working clock in his bedroom, Joaquim noticed a remarkable shift. His sleep improved, his focus sharpened, and he found renewed energy to pursue tutoring jobs online, activities that eventually enhanced his financial stability and brought new purpose to his days. Plants, while often associated with life and vibrancy, are not immune to these energetic principles. Padre Pio cautioned against keeping dead or dying plants in the bedroom. While a healthy plant can bring vitality and fresh energy, a dying or wilted plant drains the very life force it is supposed to nourish. It sends subtle messages of decay and decline, reinforcing feelings of lack or failure. This concept is echoed in nature's own cycles. Death and rebirth are necessary, but allowing decay to linger in sacred spaces hinders renewal. Donna Conceição, a widow who had long battled financial hardship, kept a struggling plant in her room for years, hoping it would recover. When she finally accepted its decline and replaced it with a vibrant new plant, she was surprised to find an unexpected financial return from a past investment she had given up on. This example shows how honoring natural cycles and clearing out what no longer serves allows space for new prosperity to take root. One of the most emotionally charged revelations concerns photographs and mementos from painful relationships. These items are often kept as reminders or lessons, but Padre Pio warned that carrying the energy of failed relationships into your bedroom traps you in cycles of loss and separation. The bedroom, as a space of rest and healing, should not be a repository of emotional wounds that sabotage your ability to move forward. Carlos Alberto's story is a powerful testament to this truth. For years, he kept reminders of a painful divorce close by: wedding rings, photos, and letters. These objects were constant emotional weights that bled into his business life, causing erratic performance and chronic instability. When he finally moved these items out of his bedroom while still honoring the memories elsewhere, he experienced an unprecedented period of financial stability and growth. His breakthrough came as if a heavy fog had lifted, allowing clarity and success to emerge. Broken or damaged objects represent another category of energetic drain. A broken lamp, torn upholstery, or any item that is damaged yet kept in the bedroom sends a message to your subconscious that imperfection and dysfunction are acceptable states. This silent acceptance often manifests as tolerance for financial mismanagement, unpaid debts, or poor investment choices. The energy of damage lingers, influencing how you view your circumstances and limiting your capacity to attract abundance. Sebastiana, an elderly woman, kept a partially functioning radio clock for years, reluctant to replace it despite its flaws. The old device mirrored her acceptance of limited income and an unstable pension, but once she replaced it and began actively seeking her rightful benefits, her financial situation improved markedly. This simple shift highlights how even minor physical changes can signal major internal transformations. The presence of medications and health-related items in the bedroom also deserves attention. While necessary for many, keeping these items prominently visible creates an energy focused on illness rather than healing. Padre Pio taught that the bedroom should be a place of restoration, not reminders of sickness. Redirecting such items to less central locations maintains access while shifting the room's energy toward wellness. Antonio's experience reflects this wisdom. Living with diabetes, he once kept all his supplies within arm's reach, constantly reminded of his condition. After reorganizing his bedroom to store these items discreetly, he noticed a shift in mindset, focusing more on health and prevention than on disease. This change correlated with fewer medical emergencies and reduced expenses, showing how environment and attitude coalesce in tangible benefits. The growing proliferation of electronic devices in bedrooms poses another challenge. Padre Pio, though living long before today's technology, warned about the disruptive effects of excessive electrical and metallic energies in sleeping spaces. Modern science corroborates these concerns, showing that electromagnetic fields can interfere with melatonin production and sleep quality. A restless mind and body naturally hinder wise decision-making and financial management. Marcos, a high-powered executive, used his bedroom as an office with multiple devices, from laptops to printers. This constant stimulation contributed to his insomnia and financial stress. Upon removing unnecessary electronics and limiting his bedroom to restful essentials, his sleep improved significantly. The clarity and calm that followed empowered him to manage his finances more effectively, reducing impulsive spending and improving investment strategies. Objects symbolizing scarcity, such as barren decorations or images depicting hardship, silently embed their meaning into our subconscious. Padre Pio cautioned against surrounding oneself with such reminders of lack, as they anchor us in limiting beliefs and experiences. Replacing these with images of abundance and growth can profoundly shift our outlook and open the door to new opportunities. Teresa, a retired teacher, had a painting of a desolate landscape that constantly reminded her of struggle. Moving it out of her bedroom and replacing it with a vibrant, flourishing scene shifted her mindset from scarcity to abundance, inspiring her to start a successful online tutoring business that provided a new stream of income. Finally, overstuffed drawers and closets contribute to energy congestion, mirroring financial chaos. Padre Pio emphasized that cluttered physical spaces reflect and perpetuate inner confusion and blocked pathways for prosperity. Organizing and decluttering not only frees up space physically, but mentally as well, allowing clarity and focus to emerge. Sandra's story is particularly illuminating. Overwhelmed by clutter, she struggled financially and emotionally. Through a dedicated process of organization and release, inspired by Padre Pio's teachings, she found renewed mental clarity and financial focus. Within months, she had not only organized her life, but doubled her income by concentrating on her most profitable services. Creating physical space in your bedroom is about more than tidying up. It's about opening energetic channels for blessings to flow freely. Padre Pio taught that abundance cannot enter through blocked doors. Purify your environment and watch how opportunities begin to manifest. Before we continue, if you found these insights valuable so far, consider subscribing to the channel. By doing so, you'll stay connected to a community dedicated to spiritual and material growth, receiving more profound teachings that can help you open your own path to prosperity. And here's a little invitation. Share in the comments a small change you've made in your living space that lifted your energy or mindset. Let's inspire each other with stories of transformation. Your experience might be the spark someone else needs today. As you continue on this path of transformation, it's essential to understand that the power to change your financial and spiritual reality lies not only in removing physical objects, but also in the intention and consciousness behind these actions. Padre Pio's teachings remind us that every small act of purification and organization carries a vibration that aligns us with higher frequencies of abundance. It's not about superstition or ritual for ritual's sake, but about opening yourself to the divine flow through practical, heartfelt steps. One of the most profound aspects of this journey is how it reveals the interconnectedness of your inner world with your outer surroundings. When you clear clutter, fix what is broken, and release what no longer serves you, you are symbolically releasing old thought patterns and emotional blocks. This alignment creates a fertile ground where new opportunities can take root and grow. Just like a garden that thrives when weeds are removed and the soil is nurtured, your life flourishes when your environment supports your highest potential. Think of Helena, a nurse who struggled for years under the weight of debt and emotional pain. Her bedroom was filled with reminders of past failures, photos, broken objects, and old letters that kept her tied to a cycle of lack. Initially skeptical, Helena took a courageous step to follow Padre Pio's guidance. She cleared out these objects, organized her space, and allowed herself to feel the discomfort of letting go. What followed was nothing short of miraculous. Her sleep improved, her clarity sharpened, and she began to see financial solutions she hadn't noticed before. Within months, she balanced her debts and even started saving for retirement. Helena's story is a powerful example of how external changes mirror and catalyze deep internal healing. Similarly, Roberto, a small business owner, faced chronic financial difficulties and restless nights filled with worry. His bedroom doubled as a storage room for old business documents and past mistakes, creating a chaotic energy that bled into his professional life. When he finally created a dedicated office space separate from his bedroom and removed all work-related clutter from his sleeping area, the difference was striking. His rest became peaceful, his mind clear, and his business began to attract new clients and revenue streams. This demonstrates that setting boundaries between rest and work is crucial for sustaining prosperity and well-being. Padre Pio also emphasized the importance of faith combined with action. These revelations, while spiritually powerful, require your active participation. Faith without works is dead, as he often reminded his followers. Simply knowing which objects to remove or rearrange is not enough. Consistent effort and the willingness to transform your habits are what unlock the true power of these teachings. Moreover, the spiritual dimension of this process cannot be overstated. The bedroom is where your soul communicates with higher realms, receiving guidance, healing, and inspiration. By clearing energetic blockages, you open channels for divine messages that often come in the form of sudden insights, innovative ideas, or unexpected opportunities. Many who embraced Padre Pio's teachings report a new clarity in prayer and meditation, feeling more connected and supported on their journey. This is why these teachings have sometimes been kept away from the public eye. There is a profound power in knowing how to harmonize your energy and environment that can shift your life without dependence on external authorities or rituals. Padre Pio cautioned against those who would prefer the masses to remain in ignorance and dependence. True spiritual prosperity comes when you reclaim your personal power to manifest abundance through simple, conscious actions. Understanding that prosperity is not about ostentation, but about balance is also essential. Padre Pio lived a life of simplicity, showing that material wealth is a tool for spiritual growth and service to others, not an end in itself. Poverty is often not a lack of money, but a lack of spiritual understanding, a disconnect from the laws that govern abundance. As you implement these teachings, remember that progress is a process. There will be moments of resistance and discomfort as you let go of old attachments and patterns. Yet each step you take is a victory, creating a ripple effect in your life and in those around you. Now, as you reflect on these truths, it's time to consider how to integrate them into your daily routine. Small rituals, such as tidying your bedroom weekly, consciously choosing to remove objects that no longer serve your highest good, or dedicating moments to gratitude and intention. Setting can amplify these effects. The goal is to create a sacred space that nurtures your soul and invites prosperity effortlessly. Have you noticed any items in your bedroom that might be silently holding you back? What feelings or memories do these objects evoke? Take a moment to observe your surroundings with fresh eyes and compassion. Transformation begins with awareness. As you embrace the final steps of this transformative journey, it becomes clear that cultivating a sacred, abundant space in your bedroom is about more than just removing objects. It's about inviting a renewed relationship with yourself and the divine. Padre Pio's teachings show us that the material and spiritual realms are deeply intertwined, and that healing one invariably uplifts the other. Your bedroom, as a sanctuary of rest and regeneration, holds the key to unlocking this balance. One essential lesson Padre Pio shared is the profound impact of intention. When you clear out clutter or remove a broken item, it's not merely a physical act. It's a declaration to the universe that you are ready to receive blessings, growth, and new opportunities. This conscious choice aligns your energy with higher frequencies and signals that you no longer accept the old patterns of scarcity. Stories abound of those who have experienced not just financial improvement, but spiritual awakening after cleansing their personal spaces. Donna Cecilia, a widow in her late 60s, shared that after implementing the teachings, not only did money start to flow more freely into her life, but she also found a peace she hadn't felt in decades. She described waking every morning with a lightness of heart and a clear purpose, a testimony to the holistic power of Padre Pio's wisdom. Similarly, Paolo, a retired metalworker plagued by chronic insomnia and anxiety over finances, found that by removing distracting and draining objects from his bedroom, he regained restful sleep and a renewed spiritual connection. His prayers became clearer, his faith deeper, and with it came new financial opportunities that seemed to appear as if by divine timing. This highlights that prosperity is as much about inner peace and alignment as it is about material resources. Padre Pio also cautioned that these changes require ongoing commitment. The transformation is not instantaneous or magical, but gradual, calling for patience and faith paired with concrete action. The true power lies in persistence, in choosing daily to nurture your sacred space and, by extension, your soul. Importantly, the knowledge Padre Pio imparted is a gift meant to be shared. Prosperity multiplies when it is spread, and he warned against hoarding wisdom that could liberate others. By opening your heart and sharing these insights with family, friends, or your community, you contribute to a collective awakening that amplifies blessings for all involved. So take a moment now to look around your bedroom. What small steps can you take today to remove energetic blockages? Perhaps it's letting go of an old, broken object, clearing away clutter that has silently weighed on you, or replacing images of struggle with symbols of hope and growth. These are acts of self-love and spiritual discipline that set the stage for a flourishing life. Remember, the bedroom is your personal sanctuary, a place where your soul rests, regenerates, and receives divine messages. By honoring this space, you honor yourself and your path to abundance. Before we end, I warmly invite you to subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Here, we build a community that supports each other's spiritual and material growth with compassion and authenticity. Your stories, your struggles, and your victories are what make this space alive and inspiring. Please share in the comments what changes you've made or plan to make in your own sacred space and how it has impacted your life. Hearing your journey will inspire others and create a powerful ripple of transformation. Did this video open your eyes to new possibilities? What lessons resonated with you the most? Let's continue this conversation, because when we come together with open hearts, we unlock the true power of community and shared wisdom. Thank you for being here and taking these important steps towards a more abundant and peaceful life. May your path be blessed, your nights restful, and your days filled with new opportunities.